Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is a Saturday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be part 3 of the Ks from my A to Z, showing my vinyl collection. Most times 10 albums at a time. Sometimes that varies, but this time it's going to be featuring the amazing progressive rock band Kansas. Yes, they are a progressive rock band. They're also a great rock band as well. Amazing American rock band formed in 1970, originally called the Reasons Why. They were from Topeka, Kansas. They changed their name to Kansas in about 1973. Still active today. They've had 16 studio albums. 9 of them are gold, 5 are multi-platinum, 1 platinum selling album. I think the live album is a platinum selling album as well. And of course, a million selling single, Dust in the Wind. One of the highest rated singles of that era. And again, they're not only a great rock band, they're definitely a great progressive rock band. And amazing stuff. Now, I don't have all their studio albums, but I'll show you what I've got here. I think I've got about 9 studio albums, and I'm missing their first one. I gotta find their first one. I'm missing so much. My list just keeps on growing and growing. Anyway, this is their first album. This is Song for America. Cool cover. There's the boys there. Okay. And it's on the Kirshner label. Okay. You've got Steve Walsh on keyboards and lead vocals, Kerry Livgren on guitars, Robbie Steinhardt on violin and lead vocals, Rich Williams on guitars, Dave Hope on bass, and Phil Earhart on Earhart on drums. Big single is Song for America, the title track, but you've also got Down the Road, Landlamp Symphony, Lonely Street, The Devil Game, Income Udro, and Hymn to the Actmen. Cool band. Cool album. And amazing stuff. That's their second, again, 1975 release on that one. Then you've got their third studio album. I've got to find a better copy of this one because someone put a sticker on there. It's good, some ring wear on it for sure. But this is Mask. Okay. There's the boys there. This one's on the Columbia label. Third studio album, 1975 release. You've got It Takes a Woman's Love to Make a Man, 2 Cents Worth, Icarus, Born on the Wings of Steel, All the World. On side 2, it's Child of Innocence, It's You, Mysteries and Mayhem, and The Pinnacle. And again, the same lineup as before on that one. But really good album on that one. And then I don't know, maybe they're one of their most commercially successful albums. This is Left Overture. This is a remarkable album. There's a great picture of the guys there. Fourth studio album, 1976 release. Their highest selling, 5 times platinum. Yeah. I love that cover. You've got Carry On Wayward Son, The Wall, What's on My Mind, Miracles Out of Nowhere, Opus Insert, Questions of My Childhood, Cheyenne Anthem, and then that Magnus Opus with the 6 different parts to it. Yeah, really good stuff. And this one is on the Columbia label. Amazing album. Amazing album, for sure. Another favorite of mine, Point of No Return. Okay. I've never, maybe I'm just dumb, never known why they printed instead of NO, KNO. Maybe if you guys could tell me that. It's on the Kirshner label again, but I love this album. I really do. Fifth studio album, 1977 release. You've got Point of No Return, Paradox, The Spider, Portrait He Knew. I love that song. Closet Chronicles, Lightning's Hand, Dust in the Wind, The Amazing Dust in the Wind, Sparks of the Tempest, Nobody's Home, and Hopelessly Human. Okay. Fine album. Fine album by Kansas. Sorry, I'll put that one back a little later. And then we have Monolith. Monolith is the sixth studio album, 1979 release. Third straight top 10 album from Kansas. There's the cover there. Gatefold. And you've got, on the other side, People of the South Wind, Angels Have Fallen, How My Soul Cries Out for You, The Glimpse of Home, Away from You, Stay Out of Trouble, and Reason to Be. Monolith. Their sixth studio album, 1979 release. Again, on the Kirshner label. Another fine album. I really like. I've got to give this one another listen, but really good album. I've got to get them all another listen. It's been a moment since I've really heard Kansas. Just so much to listen to. Then they kind of take a turn, and things change. So I think it was the album before this, and I can't recall the name of the album before this, that some Christian fans got a hold of some of their lyrics, and they were releasing them before these guys went on concert. And Robbie Steinhardt didn't like that, and he actually left the band because of it. John Alfonte becomes the new lead singer, and then they changed their musical style as well. They became more like Loverboy, Foreigner, that type of classic rock. But this is the ninth studio album, Drastic Measures. Again, a little different sounding, for sure. Decent album. Decent, but it's nowhere near what was before. Okay, this is on the CBS label. You've got Fight Fire with Fire, Everybody's My Friend, Mainstream, Andy, Going Through the Motions, Get Rich, Don't Take Your Love Away, End of the Age, and Incident on a Bridge. And interesting album. That's a good way to put it. It's an interesting album. It's their ninth album, 1983 release. Again, a changed band at this time, for sure. And then we have Power, their 10th studio album. This one features Steve Morse on guitar, who, Dixie Dregs, lead guitarist for Deep Purple for the longest time. He's all over the place. He's retired now, I believe, because of his family. This is on the MCA label. Again, their 10th studio album, 1986 release. And decent album. You got All I Wanted, Power, and just a couple of the tracks on this one that make it a decent sounding album. Phil Alhart still on drums. You got Billy Greer on bass and vocals, Steve Morse on guitar, Richie Williams on guitars, and Steve Walsh on keyboards. and vocals. You got Silhouettes in Disguise, Power, All I Wanted, Secret Service, We're Not Alone Anymore, Musicato, Taking in the View, Three Pretenders, Tomb 19, and Can't Cry Anymore. So completely, some original members, but definitely a different lineup on this one. And then you have the last one I have, as far as a studio album, is In the Spirit of Things, the 11th studio album. It's a concept album, based on, there it is there, based on the actual flood that hit Kansas City in Neosto Falls, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, in 1951. No hit singles off of this one. This one's on the MCA label. And you got Ghosts, One Big Sky, Inside of Me, One Man, One Heart, House on Fire, Once in a Lifetime, Stand Beside Me, I Counted on Love, The Preacher, Rainmaker, T.O. Witcher, and Bells of St. James. You've still got Phil Earhart on drums, Billy Greer on bass and vocals, Steve Morris on guitar and vocals, Steve Walsh on keyboards and vocals, and Richard Williams on guitars. This is a it's got a German sticker on here. I'm not that sure what that means, but I just noticed that. I've had this thing for years. Just noticed that. That's weird. So that one, and then the last one I have, sorry, that was the 11th studio album, 1988 release. And then the last one I have is this amazing live album, Two for the Show. Okay, Two for the Show, double live album, 1978 release. Their first live album recorded at the Palladium in New York, and then Pine Knots Theater in Michigan, and Merriweather Pavilion in Maryland. This is the classic lineup of Phil Earhart, Kerry Livgren, Robbie Steinhardt, Dave Hope, Steve Walsh, and Rich Williams. This is on the Kirshner label. Okay. And you've got Song for America, Point of No Return, Paradox, Icarus, Born on Wings of Steel. That's on side 1. Side 2 is Portrait, He Knew, Carry On Wayward Son, Journey from Mary Braun. And then side 3 is Dust in the Wind, acoustic guitar solo, piano solo, Lonely Wind, Mysteries and Mayhem, excerpts from Lamplight Symphony, The Wall, and then side 4 is Closet Chronicles and Magnum Opus. So it's a fantastic, fantastic live album, and really, really good. Really, really good. I love it. So there you have it, guys. There's part 3 of the K's, featuring one of my favorite bands, Kansas. Again, in the beginning, fantastic. They took a bit of a different take, as most bands do later on in life, but still a favorite of mine for sure. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.